Things were quiet here in Bakersfield tonight with a small group gathering outside of the county administration building. One former Bakersfield man was in D.C. today as he gives his account of what happened. There may be some serious penalties down the road for those who stormed the building. 23 ABC's Kylie Walker is joining us live tonight from downtown Bakersfield in front of the Kern County Administrative Building and has more on what that former resident has to say. Kylie?
Earlier today, I spoke with a Bakersfield native who tells me he flew to D.C. in order to have his voice heard by lawmakers. However, he asked for what transpired after that at the Capitol. He says he didn't expect it.
My president called and we came.
John Paul White is a Bakersfield native who traveled to D.C. on Wednesday for the Save America March and to object to lawmakers certifying the election. He says the protests remained peaceful up until the point that they arrived at the Capitol and were met with police.
The police were totally unprepared and reacted totally inappropriately, and they have to take a share of the responsibility for this problem.
And as the tension grew between the two groups who were separated by a barricade, White says he started seeing tear gas, flash bombs, and rubber bullets being used. However, that didn't stop the protesters.
They started to hold the line, and then that's exactly what they were saying, hold the line.
And from here, White says protesters started making their way closer to the Capitol entrance until they broke in.
And I understand the frustration, but I'm not sure that this is the way it should happen.
And a local lawyer says those who stormed the building could face some serious consequences.
Up to 10 years in prison for any graffiti, damage, destruction, conspiring to destruct, defacing any federal building or property in the United States.
Mark Anthony Raimondo, a criminal defense lawyer in Bakersfield, says compared to the state level, federal level punishments are way more serious.
Even a felony vandalism in California, the very maximum you get is 3 years. On the federal level, it's 10 years, so it's triple the time for basically the same act.
However, if arson is involved, like the destruction that occurred during the protests in Portland last July at the federal courthouse, Raimondo says the consequences are even stronger. As for the chaos that broke out on Wednesday, Raimondo says that lawmakers will have up to 5 years to file the cases if they do choose to prosecute, but it's hard to tell what will happen as we are just a couple weeks away from a new administration.
There's going to be the full spectrum of serious crimes that are charged for some folks. Some folks are going to be let go. Some folks are going to be handled at the state level.
Now, Raimondo says the process in the federal court system is already slow in general. Now you add COVID issues on top of this, that's going to take even more time. But then now with a new administration, he says he doesn't see anything happening anytime soon. Here in Bakersfield, I'm Kylie Walker, 23 ABC, connecting you.